Okay, so we're gonna do the pre-plan from Houston to Savannah. So I'm gonna go ahead and come over here and I'm gonna close this down. And we're gonna do a plan, Houston, Savannah. So we're gonna go to the route library right here. And we're gonna look up this route from Houston to Savannah. Here it is, JM Houston to Savannah. So we're gonna select this one and we're gonna rename it as 1508 as a working route Houston to Savannah. So we're gonna come down to the bottom and go create route. And it's gonna be a copy and we're gonna name it 1508. Actually, it's gonna be 1509. And okay. So now we've created this working route, essentially. You don't want to write over your master routes because you can never use that name again. So we're going to change this working route to waypoints. We don't need the voyage in and voyage out waypoints. So we're going to grab this second pilot point. Make sure I got the second pilot point. And we're going to delete all the waypoints before and after the pilot station. Okay, so now we're left with just pilot to pilot, and we're going to come over here and we're going to export that to the weather program, SPOS RD6, and we're going to come over here to the right and go export waypoints, and we're going to save, yes. It's going to automatically save it in the right spot. It's in local disk C, users, public documents, SPOS documents. So that's saved. We got the pilot. We're going to update this. And we now have a 1509 Houston to Savannah route. So now we're going to come over to planning and we're going to make a new voyage planner. And we're going to look up this route we just created, which was 1509 Houston to Savannah. This guy right here. We're just going to double click or select him, and then we're going to voyage plan name. I'm just going to name it the same. All right. So now we're going to do the departure time and estimated time of departure, and I'm going to guess we're going to take departure around 2200 on the 12th. So it's going to be 08-112-2015 space 2200. Zone description is 0500. Arrival time should be about 0300 on the 17th. Now if the speed is high, you want to make about half an hour early or something like that to account for a slowdown, but let's do just 0300. This is just pre-planning, so we're going to do 0300 on the 17th, so it's 08-17-2015 space 0300, and the zone description there is going to be 0400. We just have to put in a draft, just put in it, doesn't really matter, but estimation is probably going to be 11 even keel is my guess. And your power, you can get an estimation from previous reports on how many reefers you're carrying and stuff from the MSPS, but we're probably going to pick up some reefers here, so I'm going to guess 880 for the power. So then we're going to do a calculate down here on the lower right. And it's going to give us just kind of a rough estimate of 13.35. So yes, we don't need really a slowdown. So now when I can come over here to SPOS, I'm going to go ahead and open up SPOS. And we're going to come over to the input tab up here, and we're going to import this latest. We have it sorted by date modified. We're going to import this latest one I just sent to it. And we're going to come over here. We're going to delete the route we're on now. If I can. We're going to go to voyage route actually, and then we're going to delete this voyage. And I'm going to have to re-put that in later. But anyway, so I'm going to, this last one, I'm just going to re-import it. It's the easiest way. So it's Houston to Savannah. We're going to go to routing, and we're going to put in the departure time GMT. And that's going to be on the 12th. Let's see, it's about +5. So it's 02 on the 13th. That's just 03, I guess, +5. And ETA is going to be 07 on the 17th. And we're going to go composite. We're going to select it, and we're going to start voyage on selected route. When you're really doing it for real, you got to make sure you put adjusted here and finish. So if we did it right, down here, this will turn red here saying we can import some weather into this route. So we're going to go to the weather tab here, and we're going to make sure that it's SPOS only, and then we're going to import this weather. Alright, so now we can come back to the information tab. We can recalculate down here. Now it's going to give us over here, it's going to give us the speed required, and the difference you can see between the bottom and the water is going to be kind of your loss. So you can see where bottom speed is actually less, or your water speed is actually a little bit more. I don't really believe it, but anyways, in your plan you can look over here and you can get an estimation of the required RPM is 50.5, they're saying. So overall it's going to be 50 to 51 turns. Here's 50.6, so it's around 50, 51 RPMs. You can pass that along to the captain. Captain's going to want to know that pretty soon. And the speed required over the bottom is about 12.7. So that's the pre-planning. I'm going to leave this. I'm going to come down here and I'm going to save that plan. And that's going to be what you're going to use on the way out. When you bring this up, at departure, what you're going to do is you're going to, after you've taken departure, you're going to come over here to the planning mode. You're going to come to the route library. You're going to open up the route library in here, and you're going to find that route recreated, the 1508 or 1509 route, Houston to Savannah. We're going to select that, and we're going to go to the waypoints, and we're going to adjust this pilot waypoint to the actual. Now if we've passed maybe 2 waypoints, you might have to delete a waypoint and make this your pilot waypoint, or whatever you need to do, but make it actual pilot station, this waypoint here. Once you've adjusted that, then you're going to come back, you're going to save that, and you're going to come back into the planning mode, open up your voyage planner, the one you made, Houston to Savannah. You're going to open that up, and then you're just going to kind of reselect this route. It'll notice that you've changed your waypoints, and it will automatically adjust, and then you'll have recalculate, and then you'll have an actual voyage plan that will reflect the actual total distance pilot to pilot up here. And then you're going to come down here. Once you're all saved, you're going to save the plan, and then you're allowed to start route down here. You're going to press start route, and it won't let me do it now, but you're going to press start route. It'll ask you for the voyage number. You'll put in the voyage number, and then you'll be done.